Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Front Mission First. Off screen, I upgraded everybody's wanzers to have basically the same specs as Royd's. That cost an unbelievable amount of money. So I used my two characters who have the switch ability, which is now Ryuji and JJ, and fought a guy who had 2.4 odds, and they could really dominate him with that. And you can bet a lot in this arena, like 2,000, I think. Let's just check that real quick. Yeah, up to 2,000. And so with that, I was able to get back quite a bit of money. I don't think I have quite as much as I started with, but I got most of it back. And then I spent a little bit of time specifically leveling up the abilities in some of my other characters. I realized that Meihua has a double ability that I haven't been taking advantage of that can only trigger when she's wielding a melee weapon in each hand. So I went ahead and gave her a melee weapon in each hand build. I don't know if that's good, but her ability with short-range weapons isn't amazing anyway. I could spend a lot of time leveling it up. But maybe I'll just play to her strengths instead, since she's supposed to be a melee specialist, so... Right now she's running with a tonfa or whatever in each hand. Triggers her double ability sometimes, so it seems good. But I'm definitely learning that some characters just kind of suck with certain weapons. And you either have to specifically spend time leveling them up in that weapon to make them not terrible with it, or just accept that and not have them use that weapon type much. And also it's really becoming clear how important it is to pay attention to all that, to characters' affinities and being conscious of it. Because a lot of times where I've been sort of perplexed by a weapon that seemed okay doing really sad damage, I think it's because it was being used by a character who sucks with that weapon type, so it really is something you have to pay attention to. And in the absence of really wanting to specialize somebody in something, I think it is a good idea to try to have characters use a variety of weapon types so that they don't become completely terrible with something, especially short. I think that with maybe a couple of exceptions, like really heavy melee specialist or long specialist characters, anybody who's not a long or melee specialist, they're either a generalist or obviously if they're a short specialist, but you really want them to not have terrible short-level skill. I think that's important. Just some things I'm discovering as I get through the game, in case that's useful information to anybody else who's not better at the game than me and wants to get into it. But anyway, having babbled on about that, we cannot go to the military ward, which probably means we're supposed to leave and do a mission. And aside from doing all that off-screen, I've also had dinner, so I'm all ready to record hopefully 2 more episodes before I have to stop for today. Why did I go to the arena? That's not what I meant to do. I'm getting derpy. Let's just see if anything new is being said at the bar. I'm guessing no, but I'll check real quick. Looks like no. Nah, this is all the same. Oh, my cat's out of here. Bye. Yep, nothing new. Okay, so let's just leave. Go on to the next mission. Hopefully my wanzers are very strong, because it costs me an unbelievable amount of money to upgrade them. It's getting really expensive. And kind of illustrates why, unless you're willing to spend really huge amounts of time grinding or farming in the arena, it's kind of important to maybe pick some characters you don't really care about all that much and not keep their wanzers in top condition. Like you can, if you're willing to farm in the arena that much to get almost infinite money, but if you don't want to do that, picking a few characters to just neglect seems like the way to go. I do like the very military look of my wanzers after making them look like the mech tanks that we fought in the previous mission. Or no, not the previous. Yeah, it was the previous mission with the train. Alright, so we're fighting in the desert now. More good variety in the... Okay, they're like Zerg. They're popping up out of the sand. This is unexpected. And kind of cool. The way it was animated was very silly. If that was animated better, where like there's a swell of sand and then like a rain of sand falling off of the mechs as they rise up. That could have looked really cool, but the way it was animated, it just looked goofy. But I get the concept that they're going for. That's pretty cool. I can only bring 5? Why did I even bother upgrading everybody? So I can go 2 ways with this. I can bring my best, or I can bring people who kind of need levels. I feel like maybe I should bring my best if I can only bring 5. And if people start falling behind, well, that's what the arena's for. So Ryuji and JJ, because they have Switch. I don't really know if she counts as one of the best, because I don't know the double's as good as Switch, but it's basically the melee equivalent of Switch, and it seems good, so let's bring Meihua. Do I want to bring Gregorio with his stun? The stun is good, but I feel like I'll want a long-range specialist. So let's bring Hans in the Trojan. Speaking of aliens, that is an outfit. Like, I know you're a human under there, or at least I assume so, but the way you guys rose out of the sand and then you look like that, I could picture you being some kind of alien creature. Wow. It's interesting how, aside from Driscoll, who's like a pretty boy Bishonen badass type, the UCS is really depicted with a lot of very grotesque or just weird-looking character designs. I mean, I guess it leaves no doubt that they're sort of the bad guys. Not that the story's really trying to make out that the OCU are a bunch of sweethearts either. But, yeah, it's an interesting flavor decision how weird and grotesque a lot of the UCS characters are. So, should we just focus down the commander, or should we get his ads? Maybe the commander, why not? Let's try out the new Ragos. I don't feel the need to go for body kills right now. So let's just kind of let it hit where it wants to hit. You know, it's weird, considering that they're sand mechs, they have an almost amphibious look. They're almost like frog mechs. Very strange looking. I actually kind of like this guy's weird look. Okay, you could just whiff entirely, JJ, sure. Why not? But yeah, although we're surrounded, trying to fight the enemies in every direction seems unwise, so again, I'm going to pick a direction and focus it down with all my guys. Just clearly seems like the better play. Could have gone better. We only got the legs in addition to the body, so didn't get a whole lot of bonus XP out of that guy, but whatever. Alright, should I have Meihua use her double? Oh, these guys are missileers. So they're not going to be as good up close. Now, it doesn't proc every time. But it proc that time. The proc rate's not bad. Oh, we get the weird music like we did when we were fighting the 64th, who are the main other group I think of when I say the UCS sometimes is depicted with a bit of a grotesque look. Nice, this is going well. And my mechs seem like they may be kind of OP again, because they could not even touch her with the damage they were doing there. Okay, well, they're not going to leave us much choice but to focus on this group. Ouch. Don't go for Royd. Trying to go for the cheesy instant knockout by taking out my main character. That's very meta of you. Okay, fair enough. I guess that's what might make this difficult, even if the individual enemies aren't that strong, as if we have to fight them all at once. Alright, well. Ryuji. Oh, do they have a weirdly armored commander in each team? They do. Alright, well, Ryuji, see if you can trigger your switch ability. Not that time. Oh, but the enemy did. But yeah, my mechs may be quite OP again, because they seem kind of unable to damage us. Man, that ability is strong. If I can combine that with speed to get extra attacks out of short-range weapons, man, that's going to be just brutal. I think Meihua can handle these two guys because they struggle to hurt her. Yeah, I think she has that under control, and the other directions are a little hectic at the moment. Let's see. Maybe I should go for a body kill on this guy. I really feel like maybe I should thin their numbers. Because we're kind of outnumbered here. Alright, Royd, even though they tried to focus on him... Oh, because he's next to Pee-wee, he's repairing a bit. That's good. Yeah, finish this commander. Nice. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Stun is amazing. Double and stun together sounds fantastic. Looks like Meihua is limited to 3 skills, or is it 3 melee? Like 3 total or 3 melee, I don't know. If it's 3 total, I might want to stop there and get her a skill from another category rather than exclusively melee. I feel like double plus stun should be an amazing combo. And I think that makes her our first character to have 2 skills. Oh geez, okay, I might want to fix Royd's arm. Man, that really is a very strong Gatling gun, as long as the character has a decent short skill. By the way, there was one weird enemy in the... Oh, well, so much for Royd's Gatling gun. There was one weird enemy in the arena who is mostly just a normal enemy, but randomly has one arm with an insane number of hit points. Like, I think almost 200 hit points on the arm, and everything else about the opponent is basically just normal. It's very odd. And actually makes them kind of more difficult, because the arm can soak up so much damage if you're unlucky and you end up targeting it a lot. Very strange. Oh yeah, and Ryuji's level is getting out of control, because I used him to get a lot of money. But, I mean, I guess he's not that far ahead. Royd is actually not really lagging, per se, but not a leader. So go ahead and take out the commander. There we go. Anyway, since Ryuji's so high level, I want to try to avoid feeding too many kills to him. Alright, we have this pretty well under control. Alright, just stunned him. Nice. I wonder if both double and stun can proc in a single round. I assume so. Yeah, suddenly I'm feeling very confident. I think I made my mechs a little OP again. Cost me a fortune, so I'm glad they're effective. But anyway, I'm feeling so confident, I'm going to be kind of cheeky. Go ahead and attack this guy, Pee-wee. Kill him with the supply truck. Okay, the damage is so bad. There was a time when the damage was okay. He was actually a viable combat unit. Not now, it seems. Well, killing every single part of this guy possible. Wow, she's level 20 now. Dang. Alright, Hans, you're the biggest laggard in this particular group, so claim the kill on this guy. There we go. Yeah, get that guy, I suppose. Oh, he's inside your minimum range. How about from here? No. No, he's not. Wow, we've got some speed on these things. My gosh, that's strong. Well, all the arena grinding I did seems to have kind of trivialized that mission quite severely. Alright, well done to us. Forward base, is that going to be another battle? I'm not convinced it's not. So, I'm gonna go here to save. I've learned my lesson. Do I want to overwrite this? Yeah, I do. Let me just check my character guide. If I remember right, the next guy we get automatically. So I don't think we're in danger of missing anything. But maybe I could do a quick check for side quests too. Wouldn't hurt. Apparently I could have salvaged some things in the desert if I ended my turn on very specific squares. I'm not going to do the mission over again to do that. If we miss something like that, we miss it. C'est la vie. Okay, okay, well, it looks like... Did I already save? I'm sorry, I've lost track. It looks like it from the time, but let's just save again. Yeah, I did. Okay, from the guide it doesn't look like there's anything missable at the moment, so let's just head to the forward base, which actually is a town. I guess I could have figured that out if I looked at the prompt in the lower right that said enter town. Okay, wow, this is a nice scene and some cool music. Wow, this is pretty neat. Looks like there's no bar here. Oh my gosh, please tell me there's not a bunch of new stuff to buy. Oh, thank goodness. Didn't need all that again. Oh, wow. Does that tie into the whole intro? Let's just listen to this music for a bit, it's really cool. And enjoy the scenery. Okay, that's enough of that. Well, we got through that so fast, let's just go to the next mission, I guess. Looks like there's nothing extra to do. I mean, we killed them pretty fast. We can't be that late. Okay. 3 boss units, it says. Anything else, Olsen? Nope. He's just gonna yell at us. Alright, we'll go. Okay. Change of plans. Near Fort Monas. Okay, so, where was that? Do we have to, go somewhere different, or is it just, No, it looks like we don't have a branch or anything. It's just to this area. That is a weird terrain transition. It's not seamless at all. I can literally see the seam. From the completely bare rock to the more grassy area with the trees. Canyon crows. Alright, that's us contacting him. Nirvana Regiment? Is it her brother? Oh, it's Driscoll again. Interesting. We can bring 10 guys this time. Okay. We'll bring our mainstays. Okay. That's enough to bring everybody. that I care about. Okay, perfect. That's the perfect number. That's everybody I upgraded. Love it. This could end up being a super long episode, because we did like a really short mission, and this might end up being a really long mission. We'll see. So, Driscoll, huh? Where's he at? I don't see his ridiculously giant black mech. Maybe he's not actually on the map. Okay, so, May's brother. I'm guessing that's who that is. Yep, Yeeheen. Okay, that's not what I was expecting him to look like. I'll admit that. He looks pretty different from what I thought. But apparently he was fighting for the UCS and has deserted. How interesting. Well, let's get over there. Oh, this is terrain with a lot of elevation variations. Hopefully our treads aren't going to mess us up too bad. They might. I guess I should have figured that out when I saw we were entering the mountains. Oh well. More enemies up here. I should probably check the map. Okay, it's not a big map. And just enemies kind of spread out on the eastern side of the map to the north, east, and southeast. Fair enough. Oh, is May not controllable by me right now? She might not be. No, she's currently doing her own thing. Looks like she and her brother are rendezvousing. We have a lot of problems with our team members going off on their own. Discipline's very poor. So is Yeeheen going to join the team? Well, it doesn't seem like they design maps so that it's impossible to get around on mountainous terrain if you have tank treads. Difficult, sure, but not impossible. Probably better to just go this way. Oh, you can get a shot in from there? Do it then. Youch, that actually kind of hurt. Wow, the enemies are just standing around. They have zero sense of urgency. This is very strange behavior. Did they all glitch out? They're seriously all just standing around. This happened when I was fighting the 64th too, and part of me genuinely wonders a little bit if they're bugging out somehow. It's so odd. Alright, I'll come to you then, if you're just gonna stand there. Looks like Alder can use some experience, so I'm going to spread Keith's attacks out and have him weaken them up. Try to give Alder the kills. Let our long-range specialists do their thing. Oh wow, I didn't even target the body, but he hit it anyway. Maybe don't lead the way with Royd. Oh geez, okay. That's right there in the middle of all the enemies. Don't quite go that far ahead. Yeah, that looks better. So those two are just what? Just hanging out, chewing the fat? Like you two care to join the fight and help out or anything? No? Okay. Enjoy your sibling reunion while we're fighting for our lives, I guess. Youch, Alder's struggling a little bit. I might have to repair his body. Okay, finally! And the enemy finally started approaching, so that's good. They didn't bug out. Okay, good. My gosh, it's like herding cats trying to get my team to just stay together and follow orders. I guess that's a pretty typical squadron of anime mecha pilots. Well, Alder, as much as I wanted to like give you a kill or something, you better just repair your body before you get destroyed. Which means more kills for Keith, I guess. There we go. Oh, he's only level 17. Okay. Oh, hey, hey, hey! Definitely switch. Yeah, that's exciting stuff. Alright, that's awesome. I mean, it's been a while since Keith was the one who was way too high level, but a little bit of my mind still has that ingrained in me. I need to kind of purge that from my mind. Others have, well exceeded him in terms of being overleveled. Um... I'm not even using guide right now, but my long-range specialists are hitting the body quite a bit. That's fine. No objections, really. A lot of enemies. Alright, Gregorio. Get in there and start mixing it up. See if you can get a stun. Nice. Alright, glad you're finally joining us, Meihua. I should get used to just calling her Mei. It's easier to say. For my Western tongue. I wish there were sword melee weapons. Mechs with swords is just cool. Nothing wrong with the tonfas, but... hang on. Natalie hasn't gone. Try to take this guy down, Natalie. He's pretty ripe for taking the kill. Nice. Alright, and that's a level. Wow! Oh man, one turn kill, thanks to Switch. Wow, Switch is good. I was reading that some people were saying short was just really good, kind of overpowered in this game. At first it seemed like that maybe that was wrong and it was really long, but I'm now starting to see why short is so good. At least in the hands of characters who don't have a totally garbage short skill. Yeesh. Really trying to focus down poor Alder. There he is. Ugh, that was pretty sad. Didn't destroy any parts or anything. Well, like I said, Keith is not really particularly over-leveled, so giving him kills right now is fine. I'm gonna have to remember he learned Switch, so we need to have him dual-wielding Gatling guns. Okay, that guy's full strength. So let's actually have JJ try to soften him up. Hopefully he doesn't one-turn kill him. He could. That's the risk we'll take. He didn't. Okay. And now let's see if Frederick can finish him. It'll take some luck for him to do so. But it could happen, I think. It did not. Gonna have to reload after this shot, it looks like. Survived with 1 HP. Well, that's ripe for somebody taking the kill. Sure, Natalie, do it. If you can also learn Switch, that would be great. The more, the better. On the other hand, Hans still has 2 shots. Alright, Gregorio, see if you can stun this guy next. Nope. Not this time. Oh wow, Royd still has lots of shots left. Royd is another long specialist. I don't have him mix it up close. For the reasons we've discussed, it's a dangerous thing to do with a character who, if you lose him, you lose the mission. You get a game over. Yikes. Alright, maybe we should see if we can feed this kill to Keith. Get another character with Switch. Let's see. At this point, I think just trying to get Switch on characters that don't have it is a high priority. Oh, that is a shame. That guy's one too far away for Natalie to get at him. Oh, she can get at this guy. So yeah, on characters who don't have Switch, have them, and who aren't trying to specialize in something else, have them try to get kills with their Gatlings. That's an enemy supply truck, yeah. Oh, you're out of ammo. Okay, you're going to have to reload. Actually, what we can do though. Yeah, have Pee-wee move next to you first. No, let's not feed him the kill, even though that would be funny. And then just have you resupply immediately. Beautiful. Yeah, you can end your turn. Gregorio, chase this guy down and try to kill him. Oops, I meant to have him use his Tonfa. Oh well. Okay, so he can get first or double. Double definitely seems better. So we'll want him to be toting 2 melee weapons just like Mei. I have 2 characters with that build now. Try to remember that. I have a few things I'm going to have to try to remember in terms of altering some characters' mech builds. Wanzer loadouts. Alright, yeah, let's just have the really powerful characters once again target supply trucks. JJ, I'm just gonna decline to have you attack anything. Hobble, hobble. That's Ryuji? Just guard. Alright. Can we feed that kill to anybody who we really want to feed it to? Ah, Natalie's trying to kill this guy. There we go. Frederick can try. His short is terrible. Does he have... No, he's out of long-range ammo. Okay, well... This could be good for comedy value. No. Could have been worse. He did a little bit. Okay, now the Paul's all loaded up. He can target the supply truck up here. Alder has one shot, or not Alder, Hans. But I'm gonna have him reload for this turn. Sure, go for it, Gregorio. With short, even. Actually, it seems like it doesn't matter in terms of the skills you open up what weapon you got the kill with, but I assume it probably matters how much experience you have with each category. I'm just kind of speculating. I'm learning how this works as I go. But, yeah, I think that double and stun are all I want in terms of melee skills. I haven't seen any others that impress me. I mean, you know, first is good, don't get me wrong, but I'd probably rather have a skill in another category than just triple down on melee. Do you have any... Yeah, you have one ranged ammo left, May, so... Alright, there we go. I guess all that's left is the enemy supply truck up here, then. Alright. This is over. Oops, I meant to end. So yeah, Driscoll wasn't actually on the map, he's just commanding from off-board, apparently. And there we go. Boy, I mean, he looks a lot older than I expected him to. I don't know, I guess I can see him actually being young. So maybe it's not that he looks old exactly. Alright, Nirvana Institute. So are they guys doing like the super pilot neuro research? Yeah, and Karen also. How much you want to bet we're going to have to fight like a neurologically altered super soldier Karen who's been brainwashed to fight for the UCS or something? I'm just guessing. I've been avoiding plot spoilers. Oh yeah, I guess we're taking him prisoner. Good reward, 20,000 again. And then 7944 kill bonus, so almost 30,000 for that mission. Yeah, apparently all that time I spent on setting up and in the arena, I really put some OP wanzers together again. Because we kind of trivialized those two missions. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and make a save. I guess we can check the shop to see if anything's available now. Oh boy, things are available now. Have you obsoleted my mechs yet again? Okay, so the Prisomare reduces HP, but enormously improves power, the weight to power ratio. The Zinc is better for defense and hit points. Looks bizarre, but puts us overweight. The Arpeggio is identical to what we have, apparently. So I see no reason to spend a bunch of money on something that doesn't change my stats. Type 65 is worse. The Wild Goat is better and doesn't make us overweight, so we might consider switching to the Wild Goat torso. The only reason to go Prisomare would be if you needed to mount weapons that you didn't have the weight to power ratio for. And we can't go Zinc, although a better backpack could have come along that would let us. Tigre might let us do it. Okay, the arms are mostly worse, which is really interesting. So we might not have a reason to change those. The legs tend to make us overweight too. Okay, Arpeggio is at the hover type we fought before then. But this stuff mostly makes us overweight. I might actually not end up making that many changes to my builds from the looks of things so far. Looks like the CPUs haven't changed. Okay, how about weaponry? Oh, there are new weapons. Alright, we have a really high damage grenade launcher thing. Bazooka. But those always have terrible hits, so I never want them because of that. Oh, we're going to want to replace all our Gatling. Well, or are we? 5 times 11 for 4 times 13 would, so 55 would become 60. That's maybe not a necessary trade. The hot dog. 4 times 14, so that would be 56 versus 55. That's not really worthwhile. Ibis 2, which is single hit, which I generally avoid. Cobra is likewise. Ranio 3 would be, let's see, 19 times 2 is 38, and then add one more. Let's see, add 20 and subtract 1. 58, 57? Yeah, that seems right. Yeah, it's 57. Again, that's not that much more than 55. I don't think I care. I think, okay, wow, there's a lot of new stuff. Cat's Ray Shotgun. Now, shotguns can hit multiple things with one hit, can't they? Or is it just that it has a really good hit chance? I'm not sure in this game. Wow, there's... Okay, I think we're finally in stuff that's not new. None of this looks so much better that I really feel that obligated to switch it out. Which I'm kind of thankful for. Okay, so the skull hits not nearly as hard, but it hits 3 times instead of 2, and it has 3 ammo. However, it will kill our weight. Well, it won't kill it, but it is heavier. So 3 times 24 is what? 72? 48, 58, 68, yeah, 72. Which, oh, what even is our current thing? Our current thing does, what, 37 times 2, which is 74? Which is actually more, but it has less ammo, and it isn't that much more, and it's 2 hits instead of 3. This doesn't have as much range, though. The sleigh, which has more ammo as well. Oh, wow. Alright, yeah, 2 times 37 is what we already have, though. So I could think about swapping out some of the missile launchers for skulls. Other than that, I'm not sure that I feel that obligated right now to make changes. Yeah, I don't think I do. Well, maybe Wild Goat. Because Wild Goat actually improves our weight power and gives us more hit points. So Wild Goat torsos for everybody seems like a good idea. And then, as usual, I'm just going to do this with Royd on screen, and then for everybody else I'll do it off screen. And then I can actually replace both of these with skulls, which gives a lot more ranged attack ammo. So that's pretty good. And then what else was there? Was there anything else that caught my eye at all? Or were there any legs that looked good at all? That don't make me overweight? Wild Goat reduces my move. No, these are all making me overweight, so it's looking like just swapping out the torso on everybody. And then maybe swapping out the missile launchers so we have more ammo. In addition, while I'm thinking of it, who are my characters who learned Switch? I'll just buy them rifles right now before I forget. Looks like there's no arena here. That makes sense. So if we go to pilot status, Ryuji already has double rifles. I think Keith doesn't, so we need to get a rifle for Keith. And we need to get another melee weapon for Gregorio. Rifle for Keith, melee for Gregorio. I think that's it. We'll just do that real quick. No, not Ryuji. What am I doing? Keith. Yeah, you know what? It's working for us. Let's just go with the FV24. There we go. And down to the Kong. And left hand will give him... where'd it go? Oh my gosh, there's so many weapons available now. Here we go, the F4 hand rod. Wow, it's been a while since we got a new melee weapon, but that really is the most recent one. Okay, cool, cool. The other upgrades I'll do with everyone off screen. And then I'll rejoin you after that. See you then.